spend the day with you, I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you, my color bright. I ain't finna fade with you, man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh, lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need.
Thanks, Coach. A bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Chicago Bears. This will be fielded at the 6.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Hey, ready? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. What's on?
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right there, 54 Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. SOS, SOS. Alert! SOS, SOS, SOS. Switch! Pass. Shit! Pass 85, pass 85.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now they'll throw with Allen. He's going to take a shot for the... And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. But now it'll be 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Right there, 54.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Mike spot 4. Round 80. Mike spot 4. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, rush coming, and he's taken down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it, and there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3, psychologically maybe a win for the defense. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Kill.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's got Fuller. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before. We're picking up 8.
Complete to Will Fuller. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
And let's get this.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready. Put team on it. Let him know. Check the backer. Anyway. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
Ready. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go. And let's get there. 6 guys. Pass it.
Throwing is Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Jackson. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and that's complete to Cooks. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Check 43.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watch a slack, watch a slack, watch a slack. Safe. Check 24, check 24. Let's go, come on. Alert 3.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run. It's Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Ready up. 53, Mike. What's the run? They're running it. Mike. 53 is the Mike. Coming. Check.
Now it's Jackson. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Sacks all day, baby. Go ahead, take a
Austin
seat.
Seibert sets up for the field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Seibert's kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Allen. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Right there. 56. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Mike 5-4. Watch the slant. Hey, switch gears.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago! Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Check. Fresno.
To throw again. Jackson. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Raiders.
Here we go. Go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Throwing on second and long. Jackson, he's airing it out for Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A very good gain on first down. 9 yards on the dump-off.
54. Coming to you, coming to you.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
This old adage, partner, don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Watch the eye. Alert, alert, alert. 36. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Hey, home.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Watch 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check 50. Check 50. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Rush in.
On second down now, it's Cohen. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They come out here in the eye.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he will fight his way in, not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown of the new season, as the Bears push further out in front. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
From the gun, Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
And he's got room. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Mike, 55.
Hey, wahoo! You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Switch it.
Go.
On first down, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Jackson. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Let's go, let's go.
Now Jackson, gonna throw again. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dub for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Right there.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Watch. Stay tight.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. They find some open field here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing now is Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Gurley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Watch the out. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, watch the screen.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Jackson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He's got a man complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Here's Gurley. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 20. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 67 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Here we go.
They try again with Cohen. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They come up in an offset eye.
54. Mike, 54. Hey, tank.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Watch 54. 56.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Off the toss, Cohen. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Don't get nervous. Check 4.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Check 9. Check 9.
To throw is Jackson. And Cooks has it over the middle. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Let's go. Let's go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
No.
This time Jackson will throw it toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Come on, baby. Joker. Spill. Slide. No. Shoot. Hey.
Jackson to throw again. Going deep downfield for Rowe. And got his man complete. 39 yards there. A big one.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. Mike. There we go. It's a safety creep.
Jackson now. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. Check out route. Hot. Hey, over. Roy.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go. Squeeze.
Now a draw play for Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
55. Switch. Check that.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Block 54. Right here. He's coming.
Again they run with Gurley. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Check.
Jackson to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Cybert on for the PAT. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Austin
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
The Bears take over first down and 10. Their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Let's bring it. Kill. Hey, turn it up. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 61. Matchbox lights. Regular.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Raiders, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm copy, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when attack like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am.